Hello everyone and welcome to another random bits and pieces segment from my brain, and today we are hopping back on that Ottawa Senators time machine, and for the first time we are going to be in the year 1994 as we're going to play today, the month of January 1994. So we started the season with a pretty decent month, but the last 2 months kind of put us back into our place and shown us that we're pretty much where we belong. We're still, not dead last, so that's pretty good. Um, we're one of the teams that played the most games in the conference. We have 28 points, so that's one more than Hartford, but they have 2 games on, and then Florida is way behind, 10 points behind us. So I'm confident we're at least not going to finish last. Remember, I don't do the drafts, so there's no incentive for me to finish last because I'm going to get the players that the Sens got regardless. So, once again, prior to shooting the video, I took a quick look at what's available on the trading block. Thought that maybe I could get some help in some areas. The only player that would be a little bit of an upgrade plays on Buffalo, and it's Petr Svoboda. He's available. I don't think I'm going to trade for him. He would be a little bit of an upgrade on defense, on top of guys that I already have. Plus, I have Darren Rumble injured, but he's very similar to Norm McIver. He's kind of a smallish defenseman, a little bit more offensive oriented, and I'm really looking more for a guy that's kind of a physical presence. In 2019, I don't really believe in that type of defenseman all that much anymore, but back in 1994, that absolutely was a thing, and we're having a lot of problems with shots and everything, and I just don't think that Svoboda is going to be helping in that department. So I am not going to initiate a trade for him. I'm afraid that I would have to give up too much for what I would get, but if Buffalo wants to, initiate a trade kind of like the Islanders did with Brian McCabe, and they feel like they want to get robbed, I'll think about it at that point. But to me, it just doesn't make sense unless I were to trade McIver for Svoboda, but then I'm getting the lesser of the two players. So yeah, all in all, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me to go and get Svoboda. Everybody else that's on the trading block is not really somebody that I'm really looking forward to go and get. So we're gonna kind of, I've put some players on the trading block again, see if we can shake things up that way. But as far as what's available, there's really nothing that I'm too interested in. So we're gonna start with a little homestand there. We're hosting New Jersey and then Pittsburgh. That's gonna be tough. And then Vancouver. So that's 3 pretty good teams there that we're gonna be hosting. To be honest, I'll be happy if we win one of those 3. So let's get started. So Dimitra and Rumble are hurt. Rumble pretty much for the rest of the season. Alright, so Mark Lamb is a problem. He's really not contributing. So hopefully somebody wants to get him. Alrighty. Let's play the Devils, which we beat 6-5 earlier in the season. And we're facing Brodeur, who is cold at the moment. And of course we're sending Guy in net. And it's a 2-2 tie. I will take the tie. New Jersey is a pretty good team, so sometimes, tying is kind of a win. So we'll take it. Shots on goal look pretty good there. We were outshot, but 33-25. Those are very realistic and acceptable numbers. Let's see. So Bergquist is the first star. Scored a goal. Modry for New Jersey scored a goal, and then Paul Cavallini for us with the assist. So McIver scored on the power play, assisted by Bradshaw, and then Bergquist on the power play as well from Loney Loach and Paul Cavallini. So looks like we capitalized on our power play chances there, and that allowed us to get away with a tie. All right, so Bernie Nichols is not getting suspended, so he's only a 2-star. He's 32, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, he's slowed down, but still, putting some numbers: 21 points in 39 games. Tony Granato is coming back from suspension. All right, so we went 4-10-2 in December, and so Rod Brydon went from very happy to just happy. So, do you want for me to tank? Tell me what you want me to do. Oh boy. All right. Oh, lots of news. And Brunetta is available. Of course, where we can't get him. John Paddock is the guy that's upset at the media coverage. So Sens fans might remember John Paddock. He was very shortly our head coach. Then he was replaced. If my timeline is right, I believe he was replaced by Craig Hartsburg. I'm going from memory here. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but was Paddock replaced by Hartsburg or Corey Clouston? I think it was Hartsburg and then Clouston. I might have my timeline wrong. I'm sorry. I know the name, not always the dates. Red light stays on for Jason Arnott with a hat trick. Only 19 years old, Jason Arnott. Pretty honest player his entire career. I always felt that Arnott was supposed to become a little bit better than what he was. He wasn't a bad player at all, but I always felt like he was supposed to be just a tad better, if that makes any sense. Passes on point for Jaromir Jagr. 2 goals and 4 assists for 6 points. Pretty good night for Jaromir. Ron Francis has a good game with 4 assists. So that's a 12-0 trouncing of the Whalers right before they face us. Hopefully they dried out all of their offense in that one game. A night to remember for Lemieux. 3 goals and 4 assists for 7 points. Yeah, that's pretty good. Strong night for Joe Mullen. Hat trick, 3 goals. Johnny Wendyke extends his point streak to 24 with a goal. Still getting used to the new team, Yashin. Yeah, I think he's doing pretty good. He was 4th in goal scoring last I checked. And Dimitra might be coming back soon. Alright, so Mario Brunetta, of course, can't claim him. Wouldn't even if I could. Alright, facing Pittsburgh. Maybe they're tired. Let's try and hope for that. No, Dimitra's going to be playing that one. Alright, so we're facing Tom Barrasso. They killed us 7-1 last time we faced them. And we lost 5-3. Compared to the 12-0 trouncing of the Whalers, I mean, I'll take that. Of course, a win would have been better. Whoa, we actually outshot the Pittsburgh Penguins 34-31. Again, numbers that look pretty decent, and we actually outshot them. I'm pretty amazed by that. Sean McEachern was the first star. Of course, if you're a Sens fan, we don't have Sean McEachern, so it's Pittsburgh Penguins, Sean McEachern with a goal and an assist. Donald Dufresne for us, a goal and an assist. So the 7th defenseman is pinching in. And Jeff Daniels with a goal. So Dufresne scored from Larionov. Oh, Mark Lamb scored. Oh, wow. The guy that had 1 point in a bazillion games got some power play time. And he actually scored. Assisted by Turgeon and Daigle. And Dave Archibald assisted by Dufresne. So Yashin has not scored in our first 2 games this month. So he might lose some ground in the goal scoring lead. Well, he wasn't the lead, but to try to catch the leader. Tony Amante suspended for 3 games. Alright, Dimitra is fully recovered. He played anyway. Sergei Fedorov's assist streak ended at 10 games. He was held scoreless against the Blues. All right, so we are playing the Canucks. They are 16, 16, and 6, so they're not having as great a season as I thought they would. They do have a pretty good team, unless they changed it quite a bit. So McLean, K. Whitmore, Yurki Lume, Adrian Plavsic, Adrian Aucoin, Gerald Dedak, Kuchera, Lidster, Nemesnikov. Oh, that's pretty much their team. I mean, Kuchera is an ad, but it's pretty much their team. So let's see if we can beat them. Then they're not having the best season. Oh, Yashin is playing with Deg and Sergeant. Okay, Baker with so. Okay. I can get behind those lines. Like Kirk McLean, Guilbert. Oh, we lost 6-5 in overtime. Of course, in 1994, losing in overtime wouldn't give you a point, so we don't get a point in the standings out of that. But we took them to overtime. So I wanted a win out of 3 games. I got a tie. Not exactly what I wanted. So they outshot us 36-30. So, you know, I'll take that over 55-10. Plavsic, a goal, first star. Loney Loach, a goal, 2 assists for the second star. That's pretty good. And Pavel Bure, a goal and an assist. So who scored for us? Bergquist from Yashin and Loach. Deg scored from McIver and Jelinek. Lazaro from VC and Luongo. Jodial from Jimmy Baker and Loney Loach. And Loney Loach from Jodial and Jimmy Baker. So yeah, Yashin's not scoring goals anymore. Mark Massey extends his point streak to 12 with a goal and 2 assists against the Flames. Oh, and in the same game, Joe Nieuwendyk was unable to get a point, so his streak ended at 24 games. And we are facing the Leafs in Toronto. The Leafs are 13, 20, and 9. Let's take a look at them. Oh, they have Kenny Johnson, that's hurt. Glenn Anderson is hurt. Wendell Clark is not in great shape. It's not going very well in Toronto. So Grant Fuhr and Clint Malarchuk. Of course, Toronto elected to keep Grant Fuhr, so they lost Felix Potvin in the expansion draft. David. Yeah, they have a few additions. They don't have anything too crazy. Doug Gilmour, definitely their best player. All right, so there's no games that's really easy. So let's get out and play. Oh, Yashin struggling a little bit at the start of the month. He's been bumped to the second line, along with Daigle, trying to shake things up. We're sending Bertium in net, and we're facing Grant Fuhr. And we lost 4-1. Oh, I like the shots again. We were outshot 29-25. Pretty good numbers there. Wendell Clark, first star, a goal and an assist. Gilmour, 2 assists. And Dave Ellett, 2 goals, third star. Jamie Baker as our lone goal. So again, that's at least 4 games in a row for Yashin without a goal. So the other players are going to pass him now. I was kind of hoping that maybe he would continue and maybe be in the top 3 in goal scoring or something like that. But yeah, he's gonna need to get going soon. Brendan Shannon extended his goal streak to 5 games. Pretty good. An SS streak of 8 games for Steve Yzerman. Alright, and now we are going to be playing at home against Winnipeg. Guy Carbonneau is not suspended. Of course, Carbono, that's getting the honors. I believe it's this weekend that it's happening. Good for him. So Winnipeg is 18, 19, and 6, and we lost against them already this year. Yashin back on the first line, and Daigle is being benched. Alright, facing Rick Tabarachi. And we lost 2-1, so another 1-goal game against Winnipeg. Yashin scored, so maybe I needed to talk about him to whip him a little bit. So he's 30th on the power play, assisted by Turgeon and Jodial, but that was the only goal we would get. Mike Layler, a goal, Jodial an assist, second star, and Ed Olchuk with a goal for the third star. We were outshot 34-14. I will always remember, so that low amount of shots will always make me remember the 1 year that the Sens got Dominic Hasek in net. We shut out Montreal, I think it was like 3 or 4-0, something like that, and Hasek only got 12 shots on goal all game, and he went in the media and said that it was the easiest shutout of his career, which he was just being truthful, I'm sure. I mean, 12 shots is absolutely nothing, and Montreal fans were so furious that he said that. Oh my god, he has no respect for us. Yeah, okay. Steve Yzerman extends his assist streak to 9. That's pretty good. Point streak of 13 for Mark Messier. And goal streak of 6 games for Brendan Shannon. And it's a shame that I cannot claim players, because I would totally take Tim Cheveldae here to be the backup to Guilbert. But I don't have room for him, so I will not take him. Yeah, and it's not the end of the world. He's not the best goaltender ever, but he's definitely an upgrade over Daniel Berthiaume. Alright, so we're facing the Islanders for the next game. They are 19, 16, and 4. So it's probably that trade for Rob Murphy that really boosted them. How is he doing anyway? Well, I guess they've put him in the minor. They sure did. He didn't play for the Islanders so far. Interesting. Okay. Alright, so Daigle comes back into the lineup and he's put straight on the first line. So let's go. Daigle is rested. He should be able to win. I guess I can understand the logic maybe in the programming that a rookie is going to sit a few games maybe. I mean, it does happen in real life. You're trying to ease them up. So, not sure about putting them back straight on the first line, but I mean, Daigle does have talent. So Fitzpatrick in net for the Islanders. It looks like we won 1 and lost 1 against them. And we lost again, 5-4. So again, January is not being very kind to us, just like November and December were. So Guilbert does what he can, but we were outshot 41-22. He's seeing a barrage almost every game. Zygmunt Palffy, 2 goals and 2 assists for the first star. Pavel Demitra for us, 2 goals. That's pretty good. And Steve Thomas, a goal and an assist. So Baker from Loach and Yashin. Loach from McCaver and Jodial. Pavel Demitra on the power play from Luongo and Larionov. And Demitra again on the power play from Marklam and Bergquist. So Yashin and Daigle pretty Pretty quiet. Otto Yashin did get the 1 assist there. Oh! Gordonine has been suspended for an incident. He's going to miss the next 1 game, so I am not going to change anything to the lineup for... oh, although I do have Chris Luongo that's hurt here. Okay, and he cannot play. What do I do here? Growing tightness. Okay. So it says 4 days, but it could be more than that. Alright, I usually don't do that, but I'm a little bit of in a bind. I could always drop down a forward. I mean, I can always send down Thomas Jelinek. I really don't think he's going to get claimed. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. And then I am going to look at who I'm going to call up. Right, so I have Filimonov. Yes, oh, 23 points in 31 games. Looking pretty sharp down there, sir. I have, what, 12 points in 32 games? And Osiki, 13 points. I'm going to go with the rookie. He's played well. He deserves it. Alright, so... suspension for Jocelyn Lemieux. So, suspended for 5 games. 10 games with an assist for Yzerman. Mark Messier, point streak, 14. Tony Amonte's suspension is over. All right. Ooh. Rewarded with good play. Filimonov is rewarded with good play by being put on the first pair with McIver against the Flyers. So we lost against the Flyers earlier in the season. So facing Tommy Soderstrom. And it's a win in overtime with Bertium in net. We won 6-5. We were outshot 40-21. So Yashin scored some goals finally. 2 goals and an assist. Mo Manta had 2 assists. And Bergquist had a goal for the 3rd star. So Yashin... oh, Filimonov played on the power play and got an assist. His first NHL point. McIver on the power play from Filimonov again. And Yashin... wow, Filimonov played well. A 3rd assist there. Wow. And he's not even a star. Short-handed. He played... all situations. Surgeon from McIver and Larionov. And Bergquist from Cavani and Jimmy Baker. Wow. Pretty good game for Filimonov. First NHL game, gets 3 assists. Not too shabby. Alright, I don't want to send him down after that game. And I don't have to decide that now. Oh, looks like we have the rest of that Western Canadian trip coming. We played in Winnipeg and Edmonton earlier. Now we're going to be playing in Vancouver and Calgary. And then come home to play the Oilers. Alright. Looks like we have a few days off. Alright, 11 games with an assist for Yzerman. Did that against the Lightning. Alright, so we are facing the Canucks. We just played them not too long ago. And we are going to hope that Filipinov has another game like he just had. That was pretty awesome. Now he's put on the third pairing. Alright, K. Whitmore and Guilbert. Oof, yeah, we lost 6-1 that one. So let's take a look. We were outshot 42-27. And Larionov is our lone scorer from McIver and Gordonine. Steve Yzerman's assist streak ended at 11 games. Mark Messier 15 straight games with a point. Dmitry Ristich is suspended for 1 game. And Chris Luongo might be coming back soon. And now we are playing in Calgary. Alright, so they're sending Vernon in net. We're going back with Bertium. He just won us a game not too long ago. And we lost 7-4. So again, struggling defensively. That's kind of thematic there. So we were outshot 40-29. Gary Suter was the first star, a goal and an assist. Al McInnes, a goal and an assist, second star. And Ronnie Stern, 2 goals. So Painter scored, Daigle scored, Dimitra scored, and Baker scored. So yeah, Yashin has really cooled down. He had like that one game that he had, was it 2 goals and an assist? So he had that game, but yeah. Ray Bourque, 300 goals in his career. Vincent Anfus had a good game, 4 assists, that's pretty good. Ristich suspension is over. Chris Luongo might be coming back soon. Yeah, the Panthers are creeping up on us. They're only 9 points out now, and they have 6 games on hand. Woo! Yeah, we're the team that played the most games in the conference. Brian Leach extends his assist streak to 8 games against the Blackhawks. Mark Messier extends his point streak to 16. Obviously against the Blackhawks as well. Alright, so Chris Luongo is ready. Well, that's not good. Alexander Daigle left practice early. Injury rumors began to fly. The team then confirmed them, announcing that he will miss 5 weeks with an herniated disc. Why is that word so difficult today? Alright, so Daigle is going to the injury list. Yeah, it's slim pickings at right wing, so I have Blair Etchenham, who has 15 points in 31 games. Jelinek, of course, played mostly with us. He has a whopping 5 points. Andrew McBain has 13 points in 36 games. Trent McCleary, 17 points. And Pankiewicz has 28 points and 2 goals with us. I think I'm going to recall Pankiewicz. So, come to the big club, buddy. Oh. Alright, so the Oilers are 21, 23, and 2 at the moment. We did win against them 6-5 earlier in the year. Let's see. Guy is starting against Bill Ranford. And we lost 3-2. We were outshot 36-21. Esa Tikkanen, 2 assists. First star, Norm McIver with an assist. Second star, and Kelly Buckberger with a goal. Gordonine scored his first goal of the season from Lazaro and VC. And Larionov from Norm McIver. Paul Coffey played in his 1000th game. And he had an assist for the night. Luke Robitaille, goal streak of 5. Pretty good. Brian Leach has assists in 9 straight games. Messier, 17 points. 17 games with a point. Dave Ellett is suspended for 3 games. Denis Savard also played in his 1000th game. So Paul Coffey and Denis Savard hit the 1000th game mark at the same time. Ooh, next game is in Pittsburgh. Not going to be easy. Suspension over for Jocelyn Lemieux. Prolific passing night for Pat Verbeek with a goal and 4 assists against the Leafs. Pretty good. And Kovanenko is our good Samaritan getting hurt, helping a friend move of the month. So he's going to be hurt for 2 weeks. Looks like we have almost a week off here between games. Gives time to Deg to try to recuperate there. Ooh. That's one of the things that make playing those type of games really fun. I'm not talking about the scouting report, obviously, but it's the trade there. So there's been a pretty important trade that just happened between the Quebec Nordiques and the Detroit Red Wings. So the Nordiques are sending Ron Extall and Paxton Schulte to the Red Wings for Dino Ciccarelli and Bob Boughner. So that's very interesting. Ciccarelli might fit really well with the high offense of the Nordiques. They don't really have a goaltender anymore, and Detroit is really loading on goaltending because they already got Andy Moog, they have Chris Osgood, and now they have Ron Extall. Maybe that they felt that Osgood wasn't playing well enough. He's really young in the game, so maybe they just wanted to have 2 veteran goaltenders. Bob Boughner, of course, is an interesting defenseman for the Nordiques to get as well. So all in all, that's a pretty interesting trade. Probably the biggest trade that we've seen from the computer. So that's, trades like that is what makes playing those games really fun. I think really can change the course of history with just, you know, a couple trades, really. And of course, that's what we're trying to do with the Sens here. We're trying to be better than they were in real life. Now, am I going to succeed? I don't know. I know that my record, I've bought every iteration of this game, and my record is getting in the playoffs in the next season. So next season is going to be the strike shortened season of 1994-1995, and that's the fastest that I've been able to get in the playoffs, starting with the Sens in any iteration. And that's mostly because I got really lucky, and I was redoing the drafts, so I had Chris Pronger on defense. That really helped. But anyway, that's neither here or there. I'm gonna stop rambling, but that's, you know, if I can do that, it's gonna be pretty awesome. All right, so tomorrow is our next game. Our players are gonna be well rested at least. Fleury, point streak of 12. Goal streak of 6 for Robitaille. Brian Bellows has a strong game. 3 goals and an assist. Yep, that's a pretty good game. Alright, and Toronto's doing the kangaroo court thing. Mike Krushelinski is going to be the one catching somebody stepping on the logo. All right, in Pittsburgh, look at that record for Pittsburgh. 35, 9, and 1. Yeah, I don't think we're going to win this. Hey, we never know. Come on, team. We're a team. We lost, but 5-4, so we had a couple pretty tight games against Pittsburgh, all things considered. They did outshot us 47-23, though. That's a little bit more where I was expecting the shots to be in the previous game, where we actually outshot them. So the first star of the game was Kevin Stevens, a goal and an assist. Sylvain Turgeon, a goal and an assist. And Ron Francis, a goal and an assist as well. So Pittsburgh was really disciplined, only 4 minutes of penalty. So Turgeon score from Yashin, Loney Lauch from Baker and Bergquist. Kent Painter from Loney Lauch, and Gord Deneen from Turgeon and Yashin. So Yashin did get 2 assists but did not score. And against us was Mario Lemieux's 500th goal in his career. And there's many more to come, because in the game he's not going to be gone for a few years because of a bad back. All right, 10 straight games with an assist for Brian Leach. Mark Messier, a point streak of 18. 400 goals in his career for Brett Hull. And that was 5 straight games with a goal. So we're seeing the big names, you know, reaching some milestones, as we should expect that would happen. Alright, Fleury, point streak of 13. And that's Theo, of course, not Marc-Andre. We're playing Hartford. Okay, we can win this. We're 2-2 against the Whalers. We're 7 points behind them now. They really passed us this month. Yeah, we can do this. Let's win this game. They're sending Pietrangelo in net. And we lost again, 3-2. That's a tough month. Really not a good month. Maybe I should have traded for Svoboda. Alright, so 3-2 loss. They outshot us 27-19, so not a super crazy offensive game. Not a lot of chances, apparently. Zardy Zalewski, a goal and an assist. Norm McIver, a goal and an assist, second star. And Randy Ladouceur with a goal. So McIver on the power play, Yashin and Bergquist, and then Lazaro from Larionov and McIver. All right, and we have 2 games left in the month. They're home and home against Chicago. So 2 tough games to finish the month. Chelios is hurt. So I don't know if he's day-to-day or... It's a sore... Yeah, it's listed as day-to-day. It's a sore Achilles, so maybe he's not going to play against us. That could help us. Daryl Sidor is hurt, so he's going to miss 4 months. Ouch. With a fractured eye socket. Ugh. That must hurt. The only broken bone I ever got in my life was a broken finger. Brian Leach, point streak of 12. Brian Leach, assist streak of 11. Mark Messier did not get a point against the Kings, so it ended at 18 games. Another milestone, Larry Murphy, with 900 points in his career. And Kenny Janssen is the Toronto player that stepped on the logo and got cut. Alright, so we're playing in Chicago first and then at home, and they are 30, 11, and 6. So it's going to be extremely difficult. Theo Fleury extends his point streak to 14. Brett Hull goal streak of 6. Brian Leach didn't get a point, so it ended at 12 games for him. So is his SS streak. Scouting reports, not interested. And Jaromir Jagr 6 with Pittsburgh, so they re-signed him. So we're gonna start seeing some of that too. The more we progress in the game, contract extensions and everything is gonna be a little bit more of a thing. So almost $4 million over 3 years. So $1,330,000. Imagine he's gonna be making $1.3 million, and he scored 87 goals last year. Imagine if somebody were to score 87 goals in 2019. They sure wouldn't get 1.3 million. So it sure is a fun thing. Inflation and everything. Not fun, but interesting for sure. Alright, playing in Chicago. We haven't played them yet. Oh, Steve Smith, Chris Chelios, Brian Noonan, they're all hurt and not playing. So Ed Belfort, John Casey, backup, Dykhouse, Kravchuk. Yeah, they have I guess a decent team. Pretty decent, but they do have a few injuries there. That would be awesome to be able to capitalize on that. We're sending Bertium in net for the first game against John Casey. And we lost 5-0. So much for taking advantage of their injuries. We were outshot 45-17. We never were in that game. Brent Sutter, goal and 2 assists. Carl Dykhouse, 2 assists. And Igor Kravchuk, a goal and an assist. And there's absolutely nothing for us to look at as far as our team goes. Fleury didn't get a point against the Blues, so that's 14 games that it stopped at for him. No one could stop Mark Recchi. Hat-trick, 3 goals. Mario Lemieux, day-to-day, with a strained foot, is going to miss 11 days. Dave Ellett is back from suspension. And Mike Sillinger and Brett Edican are the 2 players that are giving time at the local homeless shelter. They're playing for Montreal, so Montreal players becoming better persons. Dale Warchuk, another milestone, 1,000 game played. So this month we had what? Denis Savard, Paul Coffey, and Dale Hawerchuk all played their 1,000th game in the league. So it's a pretty interesting month of January there. Pat LaFontaine extends his goal streak to 5. Of course, Dale Hawerchuk in real life is, I believe, battling cancer, a rare form of it too, or something like that. I know he's not well, so my best wishes to him, even though I'm pretty sure he's not going to ever hear this. But I did like Dale Hawerchuk a lot, and apparently I wasn't the only one. There's a band in province of Quebec named the Dale Hawerchuks, and they had to ask Dale Hawerchuk his permission to use his likeness because they're using his name. So apparently I'm not the only one who liked Dale Hawerchuk. There's people in Quebec that made a punk rock band named the Dale Hawerchuks. Anyway, just a bit of trivia here, I suppose. So Pat LaFontaine, 5 straight games with a goal. Vincent D'Anfous, 600 points, so another milestone. Peter Bondra has a great game with a hat-trick, 3 goals. Sergei Fedorov extends his assist streak to 8, so pretty good little streak for him going. Alright, and now back home to play the Blackhawks, so that's the second game of the home and home. That's going to be the last game of the month as well. So they're still going with John Casey. We're going with Guy Hebert for this one game. Guy hasn't been doing very good this month, or for a little while for that matter. And we lost 4-1. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe we only got 1 win in January. That was a really bad month. We were outshot 35-15, so in 2 games against Chicago, we had a grand total of 32 shots on goal. They had more than that in this one game only, so yep, we're not going to win a lot of games like that. We were undisciplined, 20 minutes of penalty, although there's a misconduct here. Alright, so Carl Dykhouse, a goal and an assist. First star, Kravchuk, goal and assist. Second star, and Christian Rutu with a goal. So Sylvain Turgeon was our lone goal scorer. Alright, so Don Sweeney was suspended for 3 games. Of course, in this game, he's still a player. He's not the GM. Luc Robitaille lit the lamp all game with a hat-trick, 3 goals. Alright. Development report. Alright, so we have more pluses than minuses, so that's good. Yashin got a point in determination. Brian McCabe got better at face-offs. Oh, I'm so glad that this defenseman got better at face-offs. That's very useful. Thank you. Pavel Dimitra got stronger. Jimmy Carson is learning a leadership role in the minors, I suppose. Alright, so nothing too crazy. During the season, you know, I think I've explained that before, but you don't get a lot of gains during the season. It really happens more at training camp. Alright, so Mario Lemieux and Tom Barrasso, both of Pittsburgh, were the monthly award recipients. So yeah, Pittsburgh had a pretty good month, but we didn't. I'm gonna save right now just to make sure. Alright, so we slid to 13th. It's looking pretty bleak for us to finish any higher than that. We're 10 points behind Hartford, and we played 2 more games. We're going to need some serious winning in the next couple months if we want to get out of that 13th position. We still have 7 points ahead of Florida, but they have 5 games on. Our next game is against Florida, actually. So that's what it looks like. It doesn't look too good right now. As far as our stats, it really wasn't a very good month. So Yashin has really slowed down. He scored 3 goals in the entire month of January. So now he's at 59 points in 53 games. That's still more than a point per game, but his pace was a lot higher earlier. Same with McIver. Now he's 55 points in 53 games. Again, his pace was a lot higher before. Then, after that you see a drop, really. And we're starting to look pretty bad in the plus minuses again. Gord Deneen has that pretty ugly looking minus 32, and Turgeon is at minus 29. So, yeah, I might not like it, but I might need to shake things up a little bit. Maybe I need to not sit on my hands anymore and actually do something. Let's look in the league. So Joe Nieuwendyk has 42 goals, so he's with the lead. Yashin is still there. He's 10th with 32, so 10 goals behind now. Lemieux, 68 assists. He's all alone at the top there, and he has 102 points, again all alone. If we remember correctly, after the last month, Nieuwendyk and Lemieux were tied for points, but now Lemieux has a 12-point lead. Alright, and we do have a lot of shot blocking going. And of course Paul Cavallini, which I didn't get him to be a penalty taking machine. 213 penalty minutes. So that trade kind of backfired a little, I suppose. I was expecting a little bit more from Paul Cavallini. Not necessarily that I was expecting him to get a lot of points or anything like that, but I was expecting for him to be a little bit better defensively. So, alright, so I already saved, so I'm gonna go ahead and call this a video. So as usual, thank you for tuning in, and if you've liked the video, feel free to like and subscribe. That's always appreciated. And until I roll this game again, see you guys next time. Thank you.